Hey everybody, it's me, Kim. Um, I'm a little under the weather, but I had some stuff I wanted to talk to us about. And frankly, I wasn't going to not do it just because I kind of sound a little weird or feel less than 100%. Um, I wanted to talk about how important it is to have resolve. And I know we can sometimes commit to something or say that we're going to do something and it's a spur of the moment thought, or we think that I've been thinking about a certain thing for a while, so let's just go ahead and commit to it and go with it. Um, but there's a piece that oftentimes we leave out, and we'll resolve to, for instance, lose weight, and we say we're gonna do it. We have a goal. It's unreasonable, first of all, and we start out so gung ho, and then we lose momentum. Oftentimes, not even halfway through, at the first point of opposition, we kind of like, see this why it hadn't happened yet. See this why it's so hard. See this why I haven't done it yet. The truth of the matter is, resolve in and of itself is a good thing. You're resolute, you've decided, you're committed, you're determined. That's great. But it's never going to be successful, it's never going to succeed if it isn't based in honesty. Resolve cannot be successful when the root and foundation of it is dishonest. And what I mean by that is, if we're not honest with ourselves when we set our goal, we're already lost. Because if I know that realistically I can block out 2 days a week to devote 30 minutes on that day to exercise in whatever form or fashion that I choose, but I commit and say I'm going to do 5 times a week, 30 minutes a day, 5 times that week, and that's going to be what I'm going to do until the end of the year, we lose. Because the first time that I have to work late, or my child is sick, or something else comes up, my car breaks down, and whatever, now we can't do it. Because there's something legitimate that happened, not an excuse, something legitimately happened. And then we wonder why that throws us off so quickly. It's because we were too ambitious in our resolve. We have to be honest with ourselves. I'll give y'all a little bit of why this is my thought pattern this week. This Monday, I have had the past week or so, and I'm still working through, one of the hardest weeks that I have had in a very long time. Um, Emotionally, physically, I've had I'm dealing with a very hard week. It's ongoing. um, but my resolve, this is where this comes in. Because when my first video that I posted for this page, I said, I'm not going to tell you what day of the week this is going to be. I'm not going to give anybody a set schedule. The reason that I said that wasn't to give myself room to waffle out. It was because I know me. And my goal in my head would have been, okay, you're going to do this, this, that, and the third, and it's going to be this time. I was going to set a time that was going to be posted by, all of these certain things. But what I had to know about myself is there are some things in my life that fluctuate. There are times where I have more time in the morning. There are times where I have more time in the evening. There's some days, because I have a lot of different things that I am responsible for, that it may not be Monday, because some Mondays are jammed full. So what I did resolve to do, because I was honest with myself, and I wanted to set a goal that I could set, maintain, and consistently achieve, is once a week, this is going up. I purposely didn't do what I wanted to do. Now, the habit that has usually been is the majority of them have been on Monday. I'm an alliteration word type of person. Empower Her Monday. Yes. Motivational Monday. Yes. All of those things. But I still have not said that is going to be the day. Why? Because I have to allow time for the truth and honesty to be present. I cannot resolve and make this concrete resolution, concrete decision, concrete declaration to the world that this is going to be how it is at this point in my life. Now, I do fully expect to, when things settle in and I have a little bit more handle on some of the things that are going on, that I will pick a day, that it will be consistent, that it will, because consistency is key. I have that. But what I can set the expectation for is that you will see one video from me a week. That's manageable, that's doable. I got technically 7 whole days to get that done and up. I can do that. We oftentimes put ourselves in such rigid constraints that when we can't make it work in that one, we forfeit it all. So as my suggestion, as a way to remedy this, don't be so rigid. Commit to a general, overall goal, aspiration, whatever you want to call it, and then do that consistently. See, the problem is we want to go from inconsistent to uber consistent, and there's space in between that. We often want to jump so hard forward that we don't allow ourselves, and there's a theme here about progress, small steps, little things, because we've been this way for however many years we've been this way. We've done this thing this way for that long. We aren't going to just change it overnight, most of us, about most things. Now, there are some things, some of us can turn it on and we're good. But if we want longevity, if we want to do this thing, if this is what we're to do for a long period of time, a stretch of time, for the rest of time, we have to invest correctly. So before we jump off of these things and say, man, I'm going to do this, I got this, this is my plan, this is my goal, I'm going to do this, and it's going to be huge, and I'm going to do this, and let's be realistic. What that also does is it minimizes some failure. Because if I just say to myself, okay, 1 video a week, I can do that. Somewhere in these 7 days, I can take around 10 minutes and do it. You can take, whatever thing it is, think about it this way. Whatever it is that you eat, you have a whole of, right? A portion size. Most of us, hopefully, do not cram the entire serving size into our mouth and then work on trying to swallow it. What we do, why we have utensils, we take a forkful at a time. We take a spoonful at a time. And if we do that in something that is necessary for us to survive, like eat, in order to help our business, in order to help our passion project, in order to help our family, in order to help us do what we're trying to do and get ahead and be successful, why do we think we're supposed to do it all in one night, all in one day? It all has to be like this. Be realistic. Be honest with yourself. Take the time and say, girl, you know you get sidetracked. You know you're a little bit of a procrastinator. And I understand when the time comes to force a little bit closer so that you can grow. I'm not talking about progress and when you're growing and setting adjustable goals. I know all of that is important. I'm talking about the start. Be realistic. Be honest in your resolve. That foundation is going to help you like nothing else. And the only reason that you are getting this video today, resolve built on honesty. That's all I can tell you. I resolved to do it. I said, no, you don't feel well. No, you're not finished processing this emotional time that you're in right now. This is a really rough time for me. But I resolved before the issue started that I was going to do one. Don't resolve emotionally. Don't resolve in the heat of things. Be objective. Be honest. Be reflective. Know yourself. What you can and shouldn't do. and then plan, and then make a resolve. Then we won't have that problem of beating ourselves up and coming up later saying, guys, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. I know I told y'all I was going to do X, Y, Z, but I couldn't because da 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 da. See, that eliminates excuses because whoever decides if they wanted to, that, man, I was looking for your video this week, Kim, on Monday. I can say, yeah, the habit has been Monday, but I specifically said, I'm not telling y'all what day I'm putting it up for this reason because I know I have moving pieces that I have to account for. So while I would like for it to be every Monday, I already set it out there. It'll be one a week. This way, I can manage my expectations and you can manage yours. So take that into consideration this week as you're planning and setting forward and going to do things, because you will do them, you will achieve it, it'll get done. But resolve and honesty. That's all I've got this week. I will see you guys one day next week. And don't forget to share this with somebody. Follow me on Twitter, EmpowH, and on Instagram at Empower540. You can also like this Facebook page and share it with somebody. And I'll see you guys next week. Bye.